Right, my name is Tim from Wales, as you well know, because it says up there or down there or something, and I like to make videos, and as a mountain biker I tend to use GoPros quite a bit, and I've had a few over the years. What I've never done with GoPros is I've never been the one that's gone out and bought them on day one. In fact, I think I bought the Hero 5 probably about 3 years after that came out, so I've never been a quick sort of adopter of the product. So, you know, I've had a few, but yeah, I've never gone out and bought them on release day. But when the 9 came out, I knew I had to get it straight away, and I'm not going to go through a big technical video today explaining to you all the benefits and improvements and whatever of this. I'm just going to give you a few pointers as to why I wanted to get the Hero 9. So here we go. First of all though, I'm just going to say a big kudos, thumbs up to GoPro for the packaging. You get obviously the sleeve, as you do with most retail packaging these days. That's obviously going to recycle, and then the rest of the packaging you can keep. Now, a GoPro normally used to come in those tall plastic tower things that once you'd opened it they were useless. So this is a really good, really good improvement. So you get a nice little box, hard case as well, which everything goes in nicely. It does have a little cardboard insert at the moment, but that can come out, and once that's come out and you throw that away, you've then got enough space in here for, I know, another camera, a selfie stick. So this is really useful. Having just been on a camping trip, I've taken a load of stuff away with me, so good job GoPro, really good. Right, anyway, the Hero 9, it can now do 20 megapixel photos. It can do 5K 30, 4K 60. It'll waterproof down to 10 meters, and you can do 1080p live streaming. That's going to be interesting. Whole bunch of other stuff, you know, HDR photos, time warp, hyper smooth 3.0, whatever, loads of fancy stuff, all fascinating and will, I'm sure, be of some use to me. But the main things that I am interested in with this camera right now are what they're calling the power tools. Actually, before we get on to the power tools, we have to quickly mention the front facing screen. So at the moment I'm filming on my Hero 8 and I'm using my iPhone 7, again old technology, not an 11, my iPhone 7 to see what the camera can see. With a front facing screen on here, I could be doing it with just this, and I can make sure that you can see me and all that rubbish behind me. Or if I'm actually doing something outdoors and I want to get a mountain or a tree or whatever it is behind me, I can make sure fully that it's framed nicely in the screen. So that's really neat, and that's, you know, point number one why I was looking to get one of these. Now the other thing are the power tools, and they're all kind of timing related, and there's 3 of them, and they're all really useful ways of saving battery, saving card space, saving editing time, and I'll just explain quickly what they are. So the first one is timed capture. So I have been known to set my camera up early, get out and capture a sunrise on a time lapse or something like that. That means getting up early in the morning before the sun has risen, as the name suggests, and then pressing record on the camera. Now what I can do is I can go to bed and I can put this in a sleep mode and set an alarm on the GoPro, and the GoPro will wake up and start recording. That's brilliant. Saves me getting up early, or saves me editing thousands of photos out of the way that I didn't need. So saving space on the card as well. Really useful. So the second one is called Hindsight, and Hindsight puts the camera into a kind of video buffering mode. So it's constantly recording 15 or 30 seconds of video. Obviously that's going to use up the battery, but what it doesn't do is use up the card necessarily, and doesn't record huge long swathes of footage that you've then got to edit afterwards. So for example, you've got your camera waiting for your mate to come down that trail and hit that jump, and you've perhaps been chatting with your other friend while you've been sat there with the GoPro, and your friend comes down, hits the jump, ooh, you press record, you've missed it. Well, now, providing obviously you're pointing the lens in the right direction, he could have jumped over that jump, I can then press record, and I will still have captured it because the camera's already been recording 15 or 30 seconds before. So that's really useful. You won't miss those classic moments, providing you're pointing the camera in the right direction, and it means also that you're not going to record minutes and minutes of footage without anything useful on it, and then just using that final 5 seconds or something. So I like that feature also. The third feature is one way you can actually set the recording time. So for example, you've gone on the bus on an uplift up to Bike Park Wales, you've got to the top, you're just about to head down Wibbly Wobbly or Willy Waver or Die Hard or whatever trail it might be. You press record and you hit your trail. You get to the bottom, you're having a load of fun, you're chatting with your mates, you carry on to the uplift, you get back on the bus and you get to the top. You then go down Vicious Valley and you press record, but you haven't pressed record. What you're doing is you're actually stopping it recording, because you've just recorded one run down and then a 15-minute journey up in the bus. You've run the battery down, you've filled your card up, and you've wasted a load of time, and then you've missed the next downhill run because you've actually switched the camera off. So what you can do is you can actually set it to just record 5 minutes, and that means that button, all it does is record for 5 minutes, rather than it starts recording and stops recording. Whenever you press it, you get 5 minutes of recording, and I think that's excellent. That means that I'm only going to ever deal with what I want to deal with. I don't have to worry about deleting 10 minutes of footage. I don't need to worry whether I've turned it off or not. This camera that I'm recording on right now, at the weekend I did just that. I recorded a little run down a trail, and then I completely forgot that I'd been recording down that run, and about 20 minutes later I went to record something else, and I'd actually run the battery out. It was the end of the day. So yeah, so there we go. Front facing screen, excellent. Hindsight, timed capture, and a defined recording time. I think those are really, really excellent features. So hoping those are going to save me some time over the coming months, and I'm looking forward to getting stuck in with this. So yeah, if you've got any questions about the Hero 9, put them below and I will try and answer them, but you're probably better off chucking them into Google, because there are far more experts. There are far better experts out there than I am to talk about stuff like this. But why not? Ask me anyway, and I will see you in another video.